Hi everyone, this is the last of the series of soaps devoted to Hawaii, and so I think it ended up being one of my best ones in this series too, based on the Heliconia flower. And I'm just kind of reflecting a lot on why I even went back to Hawaii as an idea for soaps and everything. And both of my parents were from Hawaii. And I'm retaping this intro because 2 days ago I lost my mom, and I want to share that with you, and because it was kind of part of what my mom instilled in me that made me start this YouTube situation, because I'm going to show you some of these pictures that it was my mom and dad that really wanted to point out beauty in my life. And I can look through old pictures and just see proof of that everywhere, where they'd see a beautiful flower, a beautiful scene, and just kind of point my eyes in that direction. So it's no wonder that I appreciate these things so much, and it became such a part of my life and got me into art school and everything. And I think I'm doing the same thing she did. I'm doing that on a wider spectrum. I'm finding beauty, and I want to share that with you. But she went peacefully, and I just want to be honest with you because it's really hard for me to talk these days, and I know I will heal because I've got beautiful memories in my head and thousands of photographs of my time with my parents. But she was a very, very special woman. Everyone that met her thought she was just so sweet, and she's the one that taught me to go up to complete strangers and strike up conversations. And that's why I have no problem going to the soap conferences and getting on stage and talking and meeting people, and I love that. I'm sharing this with you because you are really like family in a weird sort of way. You're out there, and the outpouring of love throughout the years, and cheering me on and all like that really simulates kind of what my mom always did. So I'm sorry for this kind of teary-eyed, vibrant soap intro, but I felt it was kind of necessary. And the soap turned out cool. I did a sort of herringbone design inside the soap, which usually you can do that more easily on the top of the soap. And I just want to show you how I did that. And if I don't respond to comments like I usually love to do, it's because I'm really busy with making arrangements for my mom, and I've responded a lot to the outpouring of love on my Facebook page. And if you look at my Instagram page, you'll see a tribute to her as well. And let's get on with the video. This type of flower, there's a lot of variety of these flowers, and you can look for them online. I'll see if I can find any royalty-free photos of them to share with you, and I'll sneak them in once in a while during this video. But so let me show you how I made them, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Let's get started right now. Okay, in the soap at 71 degrees today. Here's the fragrance, and it's nice and clear. It's not going to discolor, and supposedly not going to accelerate either. And it smells fresh and wonderful. That's the ginger lime from Crafter's Choice. First time I'm using it. I'm kind of living on the dangerous side using all these fragrances without really testing them first. But if you're interested in them and seeing if they accelerate or not, I guess it's another reason to watch the video. Kale and clay is already mixed in there. And so now let me just add the lye solution. And we're going to blend to emulsification today. I'm going to try to use the Heliconia flower, which is a pretty interesting flower, with this pour today. Get the fragrance in there and cross our fingers. blended some more, so let's get to pouring right away. You'll notice I have two of the same green, and you'll see why in a moment. Let's see, I forgot to pour these. Let's see if I can pour it without the green going in. Some of it will. Dagnabbit. Good thing I didn't blend it. I like to say that I make mistakes so that you don't make the same ones. This will be fine. Okay, back on track. Beautiful green. The more you stir, the less you have to use your blender to get it all integrated, so that'll buy you some time without acceleration as well. Beautiful. That is really red. That's the Trial by Fire miniature soap. It's not supposed to bleed as much, so I can make a bright red. We'll see what happens. This is a really dark purple. Atomic orange. Used a bit more of the mica because the oranges do tend to fade. I want a really bright orange. I will be blending this with my frother. So I'm just making sure that it's ready to go. Okay, so let's blend the biggest amount. My frother will do the rest, starting with the lightest color. That mimosa. It's a great strong orange. Okay, then let's clean the counter off and I'll bring you back. Okay, so we're gonna pour about half of this big amount after I stirred it out a little bit. A lot of bubbles. Can do a little more of this. Okay.
Look at that color. And you know what? I'm going to use the same spatula with this orange. And I don't think I need to even break the fall. I think it's set up enough that I can just pour it. The spatula is just not really helping me aim it where I want it to go. Some of the yellow to brighten that up. And this green is just going to be laid on top of that. Again, get the colors in there. Over the green. The purple. This will benefit from a little stir so it can pour again. And I think, let's see, there's still some more of this color. And these Heliconia flowers are really vibrant against the green in the jungles, so that's what I'm trying to get the idea across with. Saving some of these for the top. I'm going to cap this whole thing with more of the dark purple just because the contrast is going to look so good against the green. Okay, let's get the rest of this on top. So you see I had some green set aside so that I could layer the green between the colors, but also surround the whole color design with the same color. And that'll give the idea of the background green peeking out between the leaves. It's a beautiful green. It doesn't even morph into that really ugly green before it turns back again. This is enchantment. Okay, so I'm going to use my hanger tool to just go all the way down, slide down a little bit, about a centimeter, come back up, go back down, slide another centimeter, come back up, back down, and on the edge. And that's it. Okay, let's just get some of this color splattered on top. A lot of soap making is just making sure you're using the right tools. So you notice I just was kind of lazy there and used the bigger spatula when a smaller one will help me aim the soap a little better. So I mean, why make life more difficult for you, right? Especially if you have an idea that you want to work on. Saving the dark purple for last. And what I'm looking for is just knowing that I'm going to be slicing these into bars, just making sure that every bar will have the colors in them. Wow, I'm already excited about what this is going to look like. Okay, so I want some of the same design element that I think is going to be inside to happen on the top too. And Heliconia flowers have like a zigzag-like appearance to them. So that's what I want to do on the top. And I don't want it to come across too busy, so I'm not going to do my usual swirls in the opposite diagonal too. And that's it. I think I'm happy with that top, at least what I can see. The fragrance really behaved, and although it's bright, I don't think I'm going to add any glitter to this one. So it's got a nice texture to it because of the thickening of the soap, so I'm happy. Okay, I'll bring you back for the cut. Let's cut into this Heliconia. Smells great. And that's what I was after. If you look at the Heliconia flower, I'll try to find one royalty-free photo that I can show you to compare that. But that turned out great. Oh, it's nice when it works out. I think one of the secrets of this particular design was to space out and do straight up and down swirls with that hanger tool. Top. Happy with that. And I also used just a little bit of the colors and poured that other green between the colors to separate the colorful swirls. I'm wondering how some of you get your design ideas. In this particular case, I got it from the original inspiration was from the Heliconia flower, but I don't know how many of you have to kind of sleep on it
And the magic of sleep for me is I can start to envision not only what the soap will look like, which is important if you have that vision of what you're after, but my brain also starts acting on, okay, how am I going to do that? And originally I was going to do this soap in a slab mold so I could kind of control these swirls. It's harder to do a swirl inside the soap, especially when you can't see it. But then I thought a hanger swirl would really work well if I could do this. Wow. Really happy. That, to me, looks just like a Heliconia flower. I think they're related to bird of paradise flowers. There's some similarities there. And this would be a good place for me to finalize the Hawaii themed soaps, at least for a while. These flowers are expensive. You can find them at florists. But the nice thing about this and flowers like birds of paradise that are kind of waxy is that waxiness holds the moisture in the flower and they last for a long time. Oh. I like that. I mixed a little bit of a different amount of the coloring of green in the smaller amount, so you get this little darker distinction of green in between. Gives it some depth. And looking at the side of the soap too, that trial by fire red is really red. It's the first time I've used it. Thank you all for watching. I've had a busy couple weeks responding to comments on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. People got their orders and told me that they love the soaps. So that really is motivating to do more. And I'll put the website on the bottom of the screen. vibrantsoap.com. Check my Instagram out too. Post 2 every day for a long time. And of course, YouTube, if you would subscribe. It's been over a year where I posted a soap video every single week. So I want to try to maintain that. And I'll leave you right here and say thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.